Hello, my amazing podcast family. Hope all is well. That being said, welcome back to episode 4 of Don't Look Back with your host, Ta, from A Moment with Ta podcast. I'm so excited to share with you guys another exclusive topic of the week, okay? That will help you become the greatest version of who you are destined to be. Okay, so that being said, I hope you guys can hear me well. Good morning. It is Throwback Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. Everybody out here that's traveling to Las Vegas, if you want to have a good time, make sure to DM me. I got you covered. Also, everyone that's been chiming in with me, I love you and appreciate you so much. Please let me know if you guys can hear me good with my mic. So, that being said, I hope you guys did your homework. We're going to have homework every day. But guess what? We are one day close to Friday. Monday through Friday is when I will be going live with you guys to get us all to the next level. So you have the weekend off. Enjoy it, okay? That being said, I'm super excited to share with you my homework. For those who remember what homework was and who didn't remember, and for all those who are new, chiming in, homework is always preparing you for the next level. So yesterday we discussed relationships. Yesterday we discussed trauma, which connected with relationships, right? Which we talked about in our second episode. So we had homework for trauma, okay? We was to write down a minimum of five triggers, 5 trauma triggers that get to us. Whether it be relationship triggers, you come back and bump into the same type people who just love to manipulate your spirit, make you feel less than. Maybe you'll see military walking around and you're a veteran and having flashbacks, right? Whatever trauma it is, whether you was bullied throughout your schooling, or work field, or just in general, home or wherever, whatever trauma, whatever level of trauma that you was in, the purpose of this podcast is for you to finally get over the pain. By the end of this week, you should be in the healing process. Another way of looking at healing is what you call motivated to elevate. Sometimes you get to a point in your life that you feel like this is just the end all. You know what I'm saying? But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So that being said, once you're in the healing process, that means that you processed everything. You now understand everything. The who, what, when, where, why, how, everything on why things have been the way they are. We already summed up these past few days that you are not the problem, that you are here on purpose, for purpose, and that anything that's trying to come in your way to distract you is part of elevating. And for those who tuned in yesterday, I had a special guest and he brought that up. Once you start to elevate, the devil's going to come in. So that being said, stay focused. Don't let trauma get in your way, because trauma never was your friend, doesn't benefit you, doesn't pay your bills, doesn't keep you healthy, doesn't support you, doesn't put a backbone into your life, it's nothing but a cancer, okay? Which needs to be detoxed out of your body. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys did your homework. And for all those that are tuning in with me, that are just coming on to my podcast, feel free to jot down your traumas, anything that triggers you to, make your frequency levels decrease, make you stress, make you be in pain, when you don't need to be, okay? Jot them down, because the homework was to break down, does this serve me? What is this doing for me? For an example, an abusive relationship, let's just use that as an example, because it's just easy to target, okay? An abusive relationship, how is it serving me? Is it keeping me healthy? Is it building my spirit up? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it putting food on my table? What is it like? Jot down, how is it serving you? And your question for that right there is, what serves me? You got to know that, which you're already going to know from day one. Because once you know your 5 characteristics of who you already know who you are, which means that you already know what you need in life. What's to come, for example, I said I was love. So if I'm around people who are opposite, how is that serving me if I'm love? If that's one of my characteristics. If they're not love, how does that serve me? They're not going to do anything gracefully. They're not going to support love. They're not going to fill me up. Right? They're not going to fill my cup. So how does that serve you? Once you know you already know what serves you. If I am love, why would I be in an abusive relationship? Why would I be in something that I'm not? You know what I'm saying? If I was that, I would be that. I'm not that. I am who I am, right? I am who God says I am. So that being said, that's how it's easy for you to break down things that are going on for you and things that need to leave. Because once you finally know you, and that's the thing, a lot of us don't know us. But the only reason why we don't know us, because we was born to know who we were. The only reason why we don't know who we are is because things come in our way to distract us. You know what I'm saying? They blur our vision. And that's the case of a lot of, you already know how this world could be, right? But that being said, this week, I'm telling you, I promise you, this week you'll be in the healing process, because we're taking a step back from any situation that we're in, reminding ourselves that we are not the problem. They have a problem. Now look, you can't fix a person that does not want to be fixed. A lot of people say, but I could change a person. I'm going to stick with it and try to help them. The only way you can help somebody is if they want to be helped. That's what my podcast is for. My podcast is branched out to people who want to elevate in life, who want to heal. You know what I'm saying? Who want to learn. My podcast is all about inspire, educate, connect. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, don't say that you could change anyone, because if they don't want the help, then you can't help. Now, if they want the help, then yes, you could push forward with it. But it's easy to know if someone wants the help. They're going to be hungry for it. For example, if someone was an alcoholic, I'm just using that as an example, but they wanted to decrease drinking like how they used to, right? Now, if they say to you, oh, babe, yeah, I want to quit drinking, or I want to drink, a little, I want to limit my drinking. Yes, I want you to help me out. But then you say, okay, well, let's go to rehab together, or let's go to therapy together. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, okay, let's go. And then now it's 8 a.m. and you're like, babe, why are you still in the bed? You know what I'm saying? Just little examples like that. Don't waste your time. You'll know when somebody's ready, because they're going to, 8 o'clock, they'll be up and ready to go. Okay? So that being said, let's get to my homework real quick so that I can then discuss the topic of the day. Okay, the topic of the day is business ideas. Okay, I'm excited for this. So with my homework, I broke down my trauma triggers. Okay, now number one trauma trigger, okay, is relationships. That's my number one trauma trigger. Since I was a child, it's been really hard for me to fit in. And also, I've been taken advantage of due to not knowing my worth. So since I was in that state, I would have a lot of the wrong people, wrong men, don't know how to love me, don't know how to treat me right. And I would accept that because at that time, I didn't know how to love me. I didn't know how to treat myself. But right now, guess what? I'm in the healing process. And what did I tell you healing meant? Motivated to be to the next level. So now I'm ready to motivate to get to the next level. Now I'm ready to start learning me because I'm tired of being tired, right? So that's my number one trigger. Now, when I broke it all out on my homework, I realized that when it comes to the relationships in my life, when you take a step back and say, who really serves me? It made it easier for me to detox a whole lot of unnecessary people, places, things, because now I know what serves me. So now when it comes to relationships, I know what to look for. Now when it comes to rejections, because you're going to get that as well when you're trying to build relationships, it's a blessing when you get rejections because you're aware of it. People get rejected and they're not aware. You'll see people walk into rejection as if they didn't even get rejected. And then they see why they go through a lot of crazy drama or, like I mentioned earlier, abusive relationships. Because some people don't see rejection because they don't know who they are and what serves them. They don't know their characteristics, who they are, what they're about. You know what I'm saying? So now it's easy for me to, find the right circle of people when it comes to building, okay? My second trigger, right? My second trigger of trauma is being so inspired yet not having the what you call it, the not like, oh yeah, here we go, being different, let's say it that way, being different, which again relates to what I was saying before. But when it comes to being different, standing out in ways that don't really connect with the norm, things of that nature, I've learned after breaking everything down that I came a long way being different, which is going to lead to our topic today. Sorry, y'all, I'm scratching my lip. Which is going to lead today with the business ideas. Okay, so keep being different in mind because that's going to lead over to our topic of discussion. So yes, knowing my relationships, being different, 2 triggers. Because before I used to have to kind of be fake, try to pretend that I'm happy around certain vibes when I'm not about that life, just to make other people feel safe, feel in their place. And I'm like, why am I hiding me? I'm not supposed to do that because number one, it doesn't make me happy. Number 2, I feel I'm dope, and it's just it's just unnecessary. But again, once I broke down, when I wrote everything down, my triggers of being different, and then compare my triggers to being different and saying, how does it serve me? How is somebody not understanding me or representing me? How does that serve me? Is it serving my creativity? Because my creativity is amazing, and it may be different, but guess what? It's amazing. So being not accepted or, trying to hide from other people due to them trying to be one way and wanting you to be that way. You know what I'm saying? All of that, if it doesn't serve you, once you know who you are, you know what serves you. It doesn't matter, because let me tell you something. Here's a prime example. I want to thank all those who gave me tips. I don't be expecting to get tips as a nightclub promoter. I totally, in my mind, I just want people to have a good time, come to the night parties and just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And the day parties. But why don't I expect to get tips? Because like I said, my triggers of being different. I'm so used to being different and not really understood that I'm not going to expect anybody to appreciate, enjoy, or just truly understand me as a person. So of course I'm not going to expect to get any tips. And I've been like that for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, that's a prime example how recently I got some tips, and I got tips off of them saying they appreciate my energy. You feel what I'm saying? That's a prime example. So I wrote that down on my homework, you know, looking at like me being different, but at the same time, I'm receiving tips. I'm receiving thank yous for being you. So that being said, you know, that leads to helping me heal from trauma, because trauma is not you. All that negative vibes, you know, all that doubt, all that you're not this, you're not that, let it go, because it's not true. People will tell you you'll never be successful. That's their POV. But what's your POV? Okay? What's your POV? Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel good to have any darts thrown at us. Completely understand. But what we have to also understand is that you are amazing. I am amazing. We are amazing. And guess what? There's only one me. There's only one you. There's only one of us. No, there's no duplicate of who we are and what God brought us here to be. So from this day forward, don't worry about what people think of you, because they're not you. And if they have a problem with you, that's because they don't know who they are. And I've been there. And that's what causes us to get into these toxic relationships and get sunk into trauma. Here's a prime example. Even though I'm not supposed to talk about this right now because that was yesterday's talk. But we got to talk about it. Being abused. You know, if you was ever molested, all that stuff does not define you. You're a strong man. The guy who molested you, they wasn't strong. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put yourself in a position where you feel, oh my God, I'm worthless. You know, they shame me. They just violated me. Things happen. I mean, people are getting kidnapped day by day. Don't let events control who you are. Things happen, but things are not making you. You're always going to be you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can change you but yourself. So that being said, let's get into it. So, you know, that was, what is that? Trigger 3, right? So I said relationships. I said being different. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope that you guys are feeling me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is deep. By the end of this week, I promise you, nothing's going to trip you no more. People are not going to trip you no more. It's like, what? When, like, people who don't like when you do all of this, they don't like that you know your worth. Okay? Because if they knew your worth, they'll be like, oh, okay, I got you, queen. I got you, king. I feel you. I mean, that's what I do now when I see people, you know, stepping out saying, I'm this. I'm like, I know that's right. You know what I'm saying? So I truly hope this helps out. So, you know what I'm saying? Triggers are real, but you can literally detox it out of your life, because it has nothing to do with you. Nothing. We go through stuff. We had a whole pandemic. Look where we are now. Things happen that has nothing to do with you. You just have to deal with the storms until they clear, and step out knowing who you are at the end of the day. Okay? So, again, I hope you guys are doing your homework, because it helps. You know what I'm saying? Also, I would love for you guys to chime in. Send me voice messages on Anchor. You know, download the Anchor app today. And if you have iPhone, definitely follow me on Icon Live, because I will be doing some projects on there as well. Okay? And you could book me. I do one-on-ones. Where we can have one-on-one sessions if you want to go even deeper. Okay, even deeper to help. I'm here for you. I could definitely help you get out of a lot of things and help you become amazing. Trust me. That's why it's amazing to be you. Everything, all the traits that I have, like I mentioned before, being a giver, all that matters. That's why it's good to stick to who you are, because you could be a blessing to others by just being you, not looking for nothing from it. Okay? So let me finish up. So, so other triggers, perfectionists. That's something that I deal with on a daily. But guess what? I'm so proud of myself, because I recently, and I wrote this down too, I was like, me being a perfectionist, especially as a podcaster, having to have things right. You know, like yesterday, I had to delete a whole podcast and chop it up because that mucus in my nose was killing me. I couldn't, it was irritating. It was, to me, I felt like it was just rude. I was over it. I was like, forget it. I got my AC on right now. Like, I'm like, we not about to have me on here live sounding a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, perfectionist is a huge trigger for me, which of course relates to, you know, my other triggers. I mean, they all connect, but it's been one of my personality traits too. That's just because I'm a visionary, and it's just things have to be a certain way. But what I had to learn, and I learned this by writing it out, because I was like, being a perfectionist, what does that serve you? You miss out on opportunities of being a blessing to someone else, because you was more stressed out on how the video was looking, how you was sounding, more than focusing on the person that's tuning in on your live. So now I'm more focused on you guys, because that's my purpose. Anything that happens that I can't control, all I could do is motivate to be better. So upgrade soon come. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to get there. But I tell you this, it motivated me to get back to my CMOS life. I promise you guys, starting this week, I'll be back on it. Get back into my health. And that proves to you how I'm for you. Because if I'm getting my own life together for you, think about it. And what I'm saying is because I really want to be here for you. But I have to be there for me to be there for you. But look how motivated I am to get me right so that I can get you right. And that's what it's about. So that was my trigger that I jot down and compared. And, you know, I did my, how does this serve me? How does this perfectionist serve me here in this position? Helping others. Being transparent. You know what I'm saying? Teaching people that you can still walk in the storms. You can't always be perfect in life. And if you walk that way, is an illness to your body. Let me tell you, these past couple of days, I was more focused and irritated about the production. You know what I'm saying? How I don't got my mic. I'm like real critique with that. And it was an issue. You feel what I'm saying? So that being said, those are, you know, the facts. You know what I'm saying? But again, triggers that could really irritate you, mess you up inside out, which is not healthy at all. You know, stress is the number one killer for your body. So that being said, lastly, how you doing, Kivu? Peace and blessings to you. Also, let me know where you guys are calling from so I can shout you guys out. Welcome, welcome. So, don't look back. We're going to be discussing business ideas today. I was giving you guys some homework that I did. Every day you're going to have homework. The goal is to be the best version of who you're destined to be and who God brought you on this earth to be. Because everybody's here on purpose, for purpose. So I was just now telling you all a few triggers, because yesterday we talked about trauma, how we can get over trauma, things that try to hurt us, stress us out, make us feel that we'll never prosper in life, whether it doesn't matter what the trauma is. And I discussed my triggers of trauma, and I wrote it down. That was homework. We all had to write it down and say, how does this serve me? So like if someone's in an abusive relationship, just write it down and say, how does this abusive relationship serve me? And it's not loving you, it's not taking care of you, it's just tearing you down. Do you need to be in that relationship? Of course not, because it doesn't serve you. It's not doing anything for you, right? And that's just one example. Also, people who are in the military, who are veterans, and they have nightmares. You know what I'm saying? They have nightmares and they just can't stop thinking about, what they experienced at the war moments of their life. Again, once they jot it down and say, how does this serve me? You know what I'm saying? Yes, there was a lot of shooting. Yes, I got shot, but I'm here today. How does that serve me? How is stressing over events that I can't control, but I was blessed enough to survive them, serve me when it comes to my dreams? People want to be business people. There's so much opportunity out here in this world. We shouldn't have to have things that happen to us control our lives. There's people that's been in prison and came back out successful millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back. Things happen to us, but they won't ever control your destiny. You can always control your future. Okay, so that being said, that was the homework, to just anything that's been, making you depressed, or, making you feel any type of way. Just jot it down and look at it. But before you can even do that, you have to know who you are. Once you know who you are, if you are love and you're in a relationship that's not love, that means that it doesn't serve you. That's a prime example. You know what I'm saying? So, another thing. You could have been in a war, right, and dealt with all that chaos, but God put a calling on your life to be a pastor, which we all know that's a whole nother journey where you can heal people. So instead of stressing over the negative events, you should be saying to yourself, well, you know what? I'm a pastor. This motivates me to heal people. I could be a healer. I could, you know what I'm saying? The next person I see that's going through any military trauma, I could go pray over them, stuff like that. So once you know who you are and what your calling is, that's how you can leave trauma, because you're on a mission. You have a whole calling, in your life. But that being said, guys, I'm going to now talk about episode 4 today, which is business ideas. I'm so excited for this because, of course, we have so many entrepreneurs in this world, but there's people that feel that they can never be at that level. You know what I'm saying? It's overwhelming. They don't know where to begin, and they don't even know what business to even start. Now, once you find out who you are as a person, which we did episode 1, day 1, you had to write down 5 personalities about you. You know what I'm saying? Once you write down your personalities, that's how you find out what your job path would be. Some people like to save people, some people like to help people, right? So once you realize your personality, some people like to be funny, entertainment, you know what I'm saying? But once you get to know your personality, you'll know exactly where to go from there. Okay? So, another fun fact about business ideas is this. Even if you're still struggling, but of course by the end of this week, you'll already know what you want, because you're going to know who you are. and you're going to know where to be. So, but for those who are still, struggling to know exactly where to go when it comes to business, this is the fun fact about business ideas. The secret to business is this: everybody needs assistance. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, you guys could tap on the screen, with emojis if you feel that you can make an amazing hustler out here. And I say that for this right here. You got people that's just needing somebody to just mow their lawn for them, and they will pay them for that. You got people who are just so unmotivated to clean. They don't like to do dishes. They don't like to clean their room. You know what I'm saying? You can make a business, your own company. How you create your own business is you just get a license, because you have to be licensed in order to do any business, because you have to do taxes, because you're still going to have to owe the state a little chump change from what you make. But you just get yourself an LLC, a license, right, to become a business owner. And guess what? You can be your own private home cleaner, where you could go to people's houses and you can hire people to help you do people's dishes for them, mow the lawn, whatever it is. And that's just an example right there. And do you know how much money? You could be a millionaire just off of that. Do you know how many people are so busy nowadays, so exhausted, especially nowadays where the prices are going up? Nobody has time anymore like they used to just cook, clean. They're working like 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Things are not easy. They got kids. It's just a lot. They will truly appreciate if somebody came to their house and helped them clean up. And that's just one example right there. So I love to motivate and inspire people when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many business ideas that can help you become a millionaire with no problem. Because the secret to business is knowing that everybody needs assistance. Everybody needs support. It could be from the littlest things matter, because everybody wants to feel good, happy, relieved. Like I said, they want to feel served. What is serving you? Peace, relaxation, support. Especially me being a business person. Anything that's helping me continue to produce and elevate with a smooth, real smooth. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope this wasn't all noisy. I had my arm on the cord. Forgive me if it's all sounding weird. But you know what I'm saying? So that being said, as a business person, a lot of people need it. It's real stressful. Okay, it could get real stressful, because if you're a one-woman army or a one-man army, it takes a lot. If you had a support team, had someone to do your makeup as for ladies, had someone that meal prep for you, had you physically going well, because that's the number one key. You have to be physically good too. If somebody was there for you. So can you imagine hiring a person to be your meal prepper? There goes a business right there. Somebody who wants their business to stay and not fall are gonna be excited. You want people that's excited to pay for your services, because your services serve them. You get what I'm saying? Me, for example, if I had my own, oh my gosh, personal trainer, meal prep crew, if I had my own people to clean, cook, anyways, I'm just giving examples. And look, that's just minor when it comes to business ideas. Let's say you want to be a life coach, which is something I love being, okay? The sky's the limit for a life coach. That's why being different matters. Being different and wanting to be a life coach, making that your business, the sky's the limit. You could do pop-ups. It's just the best thing because you are your own boss and you can do what you like. Yes, you could do formal talks. You could go to conferences and do all that beautiful TEDx and all that great stuff. But you know what else you can do? You could pop up at a nice family gathering and make it fun. It could be a children's playground and you could be a life coach to the kids. Do a pop-up. Be creative. You could be real creative as a life coach. It doesn't always have to be strictly just conference, podium vibes. There's so many ideas. Have you ever thought of this? Knock, knock. You can knock on people's doors and become their personal 101 life coach. Yeah, it can happen, which we always also call mentors. There's so many ways that you can become successful in business in your lane. Okay? So that being said, I just wanted to really send that message of the day that everyone needs assistance. Okay? And be grateful for whatever level that it ends up going. It could be $5, $20. How you doing, Weez3? How are you? Let me know where you're calling from so I can shout you out. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is exclusively for you and me. We're here to elevate, get to the next level. You want to be around people who are transparent, passionate, and really have the eyes for visions. Okay, one thing about me, shout out to North Carolina, period. I have family out there. I got to visit soon. So I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, but I live here in Las Vegas. I cannot believe it's been 6 years. But one thing about Vegas, it's like an adult playground. But it's like you'll miss North Carolina because it's not much culture. It's not really like a southern hospitality vibe. It's hard to find good food, but don't get me wrong, there's food out here that's good, but the culture is not really cultural. The food's not all that, like, you got to find good places, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to business and when it comes to work, this is the place to be. You know what I'm saying? It's a right to work state. And of course it's 24 hours. So it's amazing. But shout out to North Carolina. Okay. What part of North Carolina? I have family in Henderson, Charlotte, and where else? There's some other places out there too. But I'm so glad that you chimed in. Today we're talking about business ideas. A lot of people feel like it's hard to start a business. They don't know where to start, which is understandable because most people want to have a purpose first. They want to really know their why. You know what I mean? Which is completely understandable. But I also said that the secret to business is that everybody needs assistance. And you probably won't even have like a degree in these particular services, but if you're there and if you could do what they need you to do, trust me. For an example, let's say somebody needed their whole house clean for an event. Just because you're not certified at the moment, these are just little examples, but people, trust me, people need people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to discuss this, because that's truly the secret. Some people feel like, oh, it's not what you know, it's who you know when it comes to industry stuff. And honestly, to tell you the truth, that's true. But the secret that even passes that is just remembering that everybody needs assistance. So for an example, I used to do videography work, and I literally used to go to all these private events and do some video work for them. And this lady, she was freaking out. She was like, I need my makeup done like right now. She paid me. And I told her, I do not do makeup. I'm not a professional with this. She was like, just do it. Come on. So I humbly was like, okay, we're gonna do. And the good news is it wasn't like nothing major. It was basic, like just a little eyeshadow, whatever. But just the fact that she said that, I'm like, I am not a professional. I did it. She liked it. She paid me. Mind you, I'm a whole videographer. Wasn't there for doing nobody's makeup, but that's a prime example right there. So you could be like, I could run my own business for like, anybody needs some little lightweight, little touch up with makeup or something at an event. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Little, maybe 20 for this, 20, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the fun part about business, because that's when it becomes the sky's the limit. And then you can become creative and do it however way you want. But always remember, people need people. It's just, we're always going to need something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to have people understand on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not certified right away, you can still be of service to people, because people still need things. And that will help you. You can start to hustle, help others hustle, and then that money, flip it into your business. So if you got to get that LLC, be like, okay, we're going to do a couple of, you know what I'm saying? Even if you do life coaching, you can still book people, even if you're not certified. You can still book them, hustle, flip that money to get your LLC, and it's not really that much money at all, especially when it depends on what state you're at. So I wanted to motivate people, because we all can become amazing business partners for whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all those out there who, I've been seeing a lot of junk companies, people passionately coming to your house and taking your junk out. Do you know how, like, this is the thing, people don't be understanding how much that means to people. People like, I don't want to be no junk person, but they don't understand that that's bank. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, so summing everything up, for the past few days, the goal was for us to start to know who we are, right? Like, first we got to really know our purpose. And the only way you can know your purpose in life is to know your personality. So if you jot down at least 5 characters of who you are, and it helped me too. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like I'm doing homework. We're doing it together. So when I did my homework, day 1, Monday, and wrote down all my 5 characters, I didn't realize, I'm like, wow, I am love. I said I'm love. I said I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I said I love being a leader, being of guidance. But it's weird when you sit back and say that, because you don't pay attention to who you are. You're just you. But when you're forced to sit down and say, I'm about to jot down who I am, and you're like, oh my God, that's really me. Like, I'm really like that. So then you match your characteristics to, what business field should I be in? You know what I'm saying? Like, since I love to give, it looks like I should be an investor. That's a prime example right there. If I passionately love to give, then obviously, and this is just an example, not to say that, I would choose that field of work, as a business, but it's a business idea. So it's just easy for you to start to figure out which business fits you by who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who are like hilarious. Like, when they're around you, they're always making you laugh. They're just whatever. Hey, they're probably supposed to be comedians. You know what I'm saying? There's so many business ideas, and that's why I wanted to share this today, because I want people doing what they love and getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I also, Weez3, I also talked earlier about how I'm a nightclub promoter, right? I don't be expecting to get tips. I've gotten over $100 worth of tips recently, and I wasn't expecting that, okay, at all. And I also mentioned earlier, because I talked a little bit about yesterday's topic, which was getting over trauma, because we all go through that, right? But I noticed one of my trauma triggers was not accepting me for me. That was a trigger, because there'll be people that never really match my energy, and I would have to accept that. So that's one of the reasons why I never expected to get tips. So when I was recently getting these tips, I was mind blown. Like, it was one of those, like, oh, okay. Because, there's people that be hustling, like, yeah, let me get some tips. I don't be expecting to get no tips. And they tip me off of my personality. They're like, wow, I love your energy. But my trauma, growing up was opposite. They couldn't stand my energy, whatever. It was just, you feel me? So that's why I said that we can all get over our trauma, because our trauma has nothing to do with us. Just because people, places, and things try to destroy you, didn't like you, didn't appreciate you, that doesn't mean that there's not a whole nother army that's waiting for you. You feel me? Who needs that energy? Rest in peace. This beautiful queen, she just passed away, right? She told me. But see, that's what happens when we get into our trauma. I was so still triggered with my not really accepting who I was, right? She told me, because she was actually getting over COVID. But she was at that really bad stage. And she told me, she said, stay around me. She goes, I need your energy. Like, I need your energy. Mind you, her energy was a little opposite. Like, she was more kind of a laid back. She had maybe a little bit of negative, not like negative, but like a little hopeless. A little bit of like hopeless energy. Where me, I'm like, no, it's going to happen. We're going to be great. You know what I'm saying? But she loved that about me. And she said, please stay around me. Stay around me. And I was so busy. I tried to be as connected as I could, but it wasn't that. It was a break. Like, I totally did not stay connected with her. And of course, I personally feel if I stuck around with her a little longer, and that's a prime example right there. See how she asked for my energy? I told you, everybody needs assistance. If I would have assisted her with my energy, I personally feel that she would have survived. Because I'm a prayer warrior. I was praying for her and everything. But I didn't stick with her. I didn't stick like she said. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, so for this moving forward, keep your energy. Don't worry about, like, there's no such thing as you don't matter. Period. You know what I'm saying? People just don't know. People don't know themselves yet. People who make you feel like they're unworthy. And I talked about this yesterday. I think I talked about this yesterday about, like, like some of the racist people, like whatever you call it, KKK members, who are just, mad, and they just be calling people all type of names and calling black people, oh, you monkey and all that stuff. But it'd be like, they're missing out on their calling. He could have been a pastor. He could have been a billionaire. He could have been a lot of things, but he chose to be trapped in the trauma. Because trauma is conditioned of having people form you of who you are instead of knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? He probably go home in the total opposite. Sweet, loving. He probably have the same characteristics I have. But then when he goes back out, he got to be in that trigger trauma condition. Oh, I hate the world. I hate people. But in reality, he probably loved people. You know what I'm saying? He probably, behind closed doors, he's probably donating to charities. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to be yourself when you're conditioned, from other people trying to tell you this and tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've learned. So my goal this week is for all of us to tap into who we are. And trust me, we all go through a lot of things that be in our ear. But even if you got to take an hour to go in a closet just to get away from everything, just to think about you first. Who am I? That's the first thing to say to yourself. Who am I? What's my personality? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But long story short, and remember, this is a process, but I promise you, by the end of the week, if you listen to all 5 of my podcasts this week, you will be in amazing hands. Okay? And feel free also to reach out to me at any time if you want to stay connected, because after me losing that beautiful queen, RIP, I learned to stay connected. Because you just don't know who needs people out here. Like on some real, I do one-on-ones as well with affordable prices on Icon Live. If you don't have Icon Live, we can do one-on-ones. We could do Zoom calls. And you just book me through PayPal. But I also do those as well. But again, I am here for you guys. And I do free consultations and all that as well. But long story short, I really hope that you felt this today, because today is all about you. Period. Focus on you all day. Like I was saying, My allergies been acting crazy, and that's because I've been slacking on. I used to be on it. I was eating my sea moss. I was on my eating good and all that stuff. But guess what? I let trauma and all drama and worry and all the other stuff get in my way. And what did it do? It had me look back. It had me go back. But we're not doing that no more. So we're fighting this storm together. That is the goal. We're fighting this storm together, okay? Also, even though I teach and guide on my podcast, I also welcome people up to my lives as well. So anytime that you tune into my podcast and you have something to say, feel free to add yourself to the queue, and I definitely will add you, because this is a community and we all are in it together to be the greatest version of who we are individually as people. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm excited about this. How you doing? How you doing? So, Ipti in the building. You know what I'm saying? But let me know too. Give me feedback on how you felt this talk was. And of course, I'll be closing. But every morning, 8 a.m., I will be going live Monday through Friday with different topics. But of course, this is season 2. Don't look back. That's the mission. No excuses. You feel me? Every time we have an excuse in our mind for anything, we have to think about it again. Because we not, and trust me, for those who listened to my podcast yesterday, I don't know what happened, y'all. I had music playing, like it was some type of technical issues that happened. Don't know what happened, but I talked the whole hour and had to redo my live again. So don't let any chaos break you. Inhale. Exhale, and just do it again. Because if it's your purpose, you're gonna do amazing. Because if it's part of you and who you are, you know what I'm saying, and what your calling is, then you're perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, that is the discussion today. Business ideas. Create some business ideas, guys. I'm so excited. I'm excited for all you guys, and I'm here to support. So make sure to flood my DMs, send me voice messages, all of that. You know what I'm saying? On my Anchor app, make sure to download Anchor. Actually, just click the link in my bio and it should bring you over to everything. But stay connected, because I'm excited to hear all your business ideas. I'm excited to support your business ideas. And anybody who's looking for exposure, for promotion, I'm here for you. My distribution is amazing. I'm sponsored by Spotify, and I am streaming everywhere. Apple, iHeartRadio. I will be live now on YouTube, but my distribution is amazing. And like I said, I passionately enjoy what I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sky's the limit, but I'm excited. So your homework for today is to write down so many fun business ideas that you will enjoy, that fit you, fit what you love to do, but also who you are as a person. Period. Because you are your business. Okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Feels so good to talk to you guys. Kivu, thanks for typing in. Weez3, Ipti, much love to you. Also, make sure to shout out where you guys are calling from. I get so excited I keep hitting the cord. I hope that this isn't messing y'all up like with static. That's the only thing. I don't know. I can't hear the, how everything's sounding. So you guys got to let me know if you guys hear me good. That's number one. Make sure y'all hear me good. Because when I go live here, I transfer the audio over to my Anchor so that my Anchor family could tune in and listen to what we just had going on. But next week is going to be different. I'm actually going to be live. Yes, guys, I'm going to be live at the same time. I'm going to be live here on Instagram and on my Anchor. So I'm going to have 2 mics going on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a movie. But guess what? I'm here for you guys. We're going to make it happen. That's when you know it's real. If I'm about to make sure things going to happen. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Definitely, any questions you have, let me know. And also, if you just want, you can still ask me questions. Some people, maybe they're not ready to book me for any one-on-ones. But if you have any questions for anything, Don't be shy to DM me. Not everything's business, because again, I really care for you guys and I want everybody doing what they love. Because I don't know about y'all, I just left my full-time security job. I'm not going back. It's time for me to walk in my purpose. And like I said, I got $100 worth of tips just off of being me. Not a security guard, just by being me. Free money, just by being myself. And that's what we're to do. We are our business. Okay? You're amazing. You guys rock. Feel free to, again, comment below my videos. Let me know what you thought about my topics, and you know what I'm saying? All feedback matters. I will love it. Keep me excited. Okay. But that being said, you got the homework for today. And of course, I'm going to do my homework too. I did the characteristics and some I did mention some good business ideas, but the sky's the limit. So I can't wait to elaborate on what other business ideas could fit who I am. So that being said, guys, I love you guys so much. Keep dreaming big, because you are your business. Okay? Like they say, your name is your brand. You rock. So I love you guys. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the link in my bio. Everything's there. Also, for you ladies and gentlemen, feel free to shop. I have some essential products that you guys could check out. Okay. And of course, everything in that link, I get a percentage of. So it's also a blessing. When you order something, I get something out of it as well. But click the link in my bio. Bearskin USA has changed my life. It's a great product. Shout out to all the skincare products out there. But definitely check out Bearskin USA. Click the link in my bio. All skin types, okay? For men and ladies. Excuse me. But I love you guys. See, when I start to get the burping and all that, that's when you know we had a good conversation. So, that being said, I love you. And remember, God before anything. You heard me? Mwah! Subscribe. Click the link in the bio. All that good stuff. But peace and love. And remember again, you are amazing. Take care, guys. Have an amazing Thursday. Throwback Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. If you want to turn up with me tonight at Suki Las Vegas, meet me at Planet Hollywood. We're going to have a good time. I got you. Period. I'm talking discounts galore. Peace and love. You're amazing, okay? I am not going to stop saying that. I love my amazing podcast family. We got this. All right? Mwah. How you doing, Kiki baby? I'm about to end my live, but I hope that this motivates you. I mean, your sister already is doing amazing things, so you got all the inspiration. You're amazing. But make sure to tune in and listen to this whole live, because this was a good one. Period. The goal today is to remember that you are your business. Period. You walk in your purpose and things will come for you. Do what makes you happy, and that will afford to and will pay you. I miss you too, beautiful. We're going to have to do a little dinner or something, or a lunch or something. I miss my babies. It's been a roller coaster, girl, but I finally left security for good. Like, it's out the window. So you can meet me. I do nightclubs now, nightclub promotions. But it's a movie, girl. You know how it be. But I love you so much, and the goal now is for me not only to get to level up, but for everybody. I want everybody to block all the negative energy, block the doubters, block the haters. Girl, I see you be doing your thing. Tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was always so hyped at security. Remember, I was always why is she so happy all the time? Woo, the stories I was doing security, the dancing security girl, the happy security girl. Everywhere I go. How you doing? Yes. You know, it's my happy place. You know what I'm saying? I'm such a artsy girl. You know, I think I got that from my dad. The only difference about me and my dad, which is still cool, I'm more kind of like, I'm just obsessed with the artsy life and, you know, the fun and loving and stuff. My dad, he's more of like he does it for the money. He's like a hustler, which is fine, you know, but it's just a different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm just enjoying it. Like, it's just part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm glad that you love it, girl. You already know your girl here, loving always. But yeah, we definitely have to get together. I'm still in Las Vegas, you know, till further notice, because I don't know yet. I've been thinking about Texas lately. I don't know yet, but the mosquitoes is keeping me here. How's it going, Nahimet? I'm trying to look. How are you for coming through? So I'm about to end my live. I love you guys. For all those who are just tuning in right now, we're on episode 4 of Don't Look Back, and we talked about business ideas. You know, a lot of people feel like it's really hard to start a business, but I wanted to let you guys know this. The secret to running a business is remembering that everybody needs assistance. You know, so it's easier to realize. Period. Hope to see you soon. We definitely need to hang out. Yes, mama. Keep being that boss lady. Keep doing you. I truly love you and your sister. You know, I hope she's doing amazing with her nail line. I mean, that's inspiration and that's money. You know, like I said, a lot, especially in the industry, she could literally go on tour and become a whole celebrity's nail stylist, because essential, unfortunately, makeup, nails, all of that is essential, because, you know, we need that stuff in the entertainment business like 24/7. You know, so if you have that gift, go ahead and make that a big thing. Yes, Texas, that's where my sister lives now. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? And it's been on my heart. It really has. Like, Texas has really been on my heart, girl. I ain't even gonna lie. But I you know, I got caught up in different things out here. You know, some movie that shutdown had messed everything up. But it's been on my heart, though. And they got some food. They got some good food out there. But I'm going to have to visit. So, boom, now I know where to go. I'll visit you guys, you know, with your sister and everybody. But, yes, I'm excited. But definitely stay connected. It's a movie. I always say it's a movie. You know why it's a movie? Because every scene, when we watch a movie, what happens? We never know. We're just ready for the next scene. Sometimes it's irritating, like, come on, what's going to happen? Other times it's, ooh, what's about to happen? You know? So life's a movie, but I love you guys so much. I'm going to end this live so that I can actually send it over. Now, this is the beginning stages. It's going to get better. Next week actually is going to get way better. Right now, I'm uploading all my lives to my Anchor FM and my YouTube. But it's going to get better where I'm actually going to be doing, everything's going to be separate. So after this week, guys, my Instagram lives are not going to be transferred over to my Anchor FM. I'm actually going to be doing it separate. So I'll be doing a different talk, and it's going to be shorter as well. It's going to be a shorter discussion for my Anchor FM channel, because I want to be able to be live at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? For my Anchor FM. But it's still going to be on the same topic, but it's just going to be more fun on Instagram, because we'll be more elaborate, you know, it'll be a longer talk, and I'll be able to talk to you guys here too. You know what I'm saying? So starting next week is going to be a little different. So enjoy the topics now. That's going to be transferred over. All right. Much love to you. Keep up all the good work. Thank you so much. Same to you. Hope everything's going good. But I love you guys so much. Kiki in the building, everybody that came through, I love you. Comment below all the podcast lives that you enjoyed. But again, remember, God before anything, and you are your business. You the boss. But love you guys so much, and remember, by the end of this week, you guys should be in the healing process. So make sure to tune in and listen to all my other podcast lives that I did, because I promise you, after you listen to all 5 of my podcast episodes, you'll be ready. Just like Tiffany Haddish said, she ready. Okay? But much love to you guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. Let me give some shout outs before I go. Oh, I feel good. I hope y'all feel good. That's the best part about my day. Feeling good. Speaking life is always going to make you feel good. All right. Also, make sure to share this live to anybody that you feel needs to hear it. Share. You know, send it to friends, family, loved ones, just to keep them uplifted, motivated, and all that good stuff. But okay, love you guys. Happy Thursday.